Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm pretty sure all the judges are pretty tired by this time, but I'll make it pretty quick and precise. My name is Scott Lee. I'm Chief Growth Officer and Interim CEO at Spin Protocol, and we're trying to create a decentralized e-commerce engine for the social influencers. So the Spin Protocol will create a world where there are no intermediaries between suppliers and influencers, and we're trying to disrupt the current e-commerce this market, and we'll create our what's called the S-Fame, Spin Fame, which is based on the block, and then I'll probably go more details later on. And so e-commerce market has never experienced a downturn. It is increasing 27% year over year, and we're expecting by 2021 it'll be $4.8 trillion market, and you can see it is growing year over year. And I think no one will doubt about it. And especially the cross-border e-commerce market, the average CAGR is growing about 29.3%, especially one of the most, we are targeting the region, Asia-Pacific region. It is growing from 2014 to 20, we're expecting over 53.6% increase. And so influence marketing has become a really powerful tool in this e-commerce because influencers actually provide a user point of view, their personal feedback, and then it is the users, consumers believe that they are providing an expert sort of perspective from the consumer point of view. So as you can see, influencer marketing has become one of the most powerful tools, and it is about 22% according to influencer marketing study. So right now, intermediaries like marketing agencies, brokers, they take about 30 to 40% excessive high commissions, and we think that that's unfair and that's too high. So we're trying to get rid of the intermediary, and we want to connect them directly. So the problem right now, the pain point is the excessive commissions, about 30 to 35. It could be more than that, and then there's no absence of a pricing standard, and then there's no transparent compensation for the influencers, which means that the brands, the suppliers have a complete advantage, and they have a power over the influencers. So that's a big problem. And for the suppliers like brands, they do not have an accurate targeting. So whenever they need to find the right product, they have to go to the agency and ask for the influencers. So that is creating another unnecessary cost. So in the modern era that you and I are living in, the SNS, the number of followers and visitors has become a power which is equal to money. And so a lot of celebrity figures, even political figures are basically paying this company, and then they're using bots to actually fake the number of followers and fakers. And I think this is one of the most problem in this SNS network marketing. So you see the numbers, that is all fake, right? And so we are trying to, Spin Protocol trying to help the suppliers to find the right influencers, where influencers can get matched with the suppliers directly. And the CSP can be, Taobao or even Woman's Shop. We currently have a business that's doing about $3 million of revenue. That is our first sort of partner, CSP, and that's going to be on our protocol. And eventually, the customers will get benefits. They can get the cheaper products with the great reviews. And at the end, we're trying to create our token economy. And so, like I said, there's a revenue share agreement. Why I need a blockchain technology is that because we need a smart contract. We want to create a revenue share agreement that is transparent and fair, absolute compensation between supplier and influencers, and between influencers and customers. We want to have all these. CSPs on our protocol. And so this is a solution to the fake followers and visitors. So we're gonna be factoring all the sales transaction data, purchase conversion rate, the number of deals that influencers made, all the visitors follows on chain, and then we're gonna be creating a level into 6 levels, and then so that influencers actually there is a high credibility on our system. So basically, there's an evaluation system on our protocol, and the suppliers can find the right influencers and target the right market. And so when the suppliers want to register their product into our system, they have to buy our token, SPIN, and then they can register on our on the database. And then we actually can pay them with the fiat or SPIN token, and vice versa. Influencers have two options. They can be at the panel payout. They can be paid with our token or the fiat, and we also pay the customer service provider as a sales revenue as well at the end. And customers also have two options. They can pay with the fiat or our token. And so these are the things that I just went over. The most important thing is suppliers as a brands, they are able to meet the right influencers, and one of the greatest competitive advantage that we have is that we already have a product database. So the roadmap is that we'll launch a Korean alpha test version by the end of the year, and next year, with the right fundings and right people, we'll be expanding into SEA, South Asian market, and that's the market that we are actually focusing on for the next 2 to 3 years. And so we are doing a private sale round right now. We have raised about 6,000 Ether. Our first round goal is to raise 10,000, and so our hard cap is 40,000. But we are doing well, I think, in this bear market. And so I'm going to be the CEO. I have CSO with me, Uniel, and we have a developer from HANA Systems, full stack engineer. We have another the developer from BitThumb, and then we have the CFO from Hyundai Mobis, which was working as a financial analyst for there, and we have another CMO from Naval Line. Well, these are the other advisors. And this is the company that we are actually running right now. We have about 1.5 million MAU. I know compared to China market, it seems relatively small, but it is pretty big when you consider the Korean population. We have about 1.2 million members, and we have a great line of product database. I admit that we are sort of specialized in the cosmetics and beauty. Our 60% is about beauty, cosmetics, 30% is about lifestyle, and 5 to 10% is about like food. And so these are our first strategic partner that will be working with us. We're gonna have all the data transfer, and then we'll have all the influencers data, product database into our system. And then they are the co-founder of Women's Talk, and Mr. Yu is from Naver. He's the one who actually been there for 11 years. And Kyle Kim is another co-founder of Women's Talk, and he has found a brand called Cafe Bene like 5 years ago. So these are all the partners that we are currently working with, and because like I said, we have all the products and database, I think it'll be easy for us to find the influencers and connect them directly. And thank you. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions if you have one.
So mostly the agencies takes 30 to 40%
Yes.
from the revenue.
Yeah, so there's a marketing agency for influencers which manages the influencers, and they take about 30 to 40% revenue share.
So actually, this is kind of new market, so there's no standard so far. So 30 to 40, it seems too high, but on the other hand, no. Some people say it is a very right percent.
Right. I mean, Korea have a couple of marketing agencies. I've already talked to their CEOs. I've got the numbers from them, like LeFerry or other marketing agencies that has influencers. That's the number that they're working with right now. It depends on their powerful, how powerful they are. But 30 to 40 is the maximum they can charge.
So how to judge this number is right percentage or not?
So right now, based on number of followers and visitors, and I don't know if you guys can agree, but they can be faked. So we truly believe that some of the influencers are taking advantage of the fake followers and number of visitors. So we want to correct that. That's why we wanna create the evaluation system for the influencers, so no one can manipulate it.
So like if the follower number of the followers is stored in Twitter or Facebook or other social network, how to correct the number? Because no old number, we cannot fix it, right?
Exactly. So we're gonna refresh all the data every 3 months, and then that's why we are actually getting all the data from our own company, Women's Talk. But we are planning to eventually partner with companies like Gosh Cloud or other agencies that have influencers, and we will actually partner with them and get the data from them, because we also think that we actually need a data to start with, but like you mentioned, we'll have to be filtering out all these fake followers and visitors, and so even if you're a mega influencers, every influencer just start from the scratch, and then it gets refreshed every 3 months. So that's our whole goal. Yeah, just to provide a incredibly, highly trustable evaluation system.